Good morning.
Good morning.
It is true that people think about change in different ways. Some people believe that change is always for the better, while others think otherwise. Change is all around us, in the way we write, talk, and communicate, and so on. Change is also in people, and I've seen it in myself. It's hard, at least for me, to imagine that there was a smaller, shorter, higher-pitched version of me running around this campus only 4 years ago. Eager to do anything that any teacher asked, joining any club, and never saying no to anything as long as it wasn't athletic. As a freshman, my athletic ability was slim to none. Running the wrong way my first day on force soccer, which was also my first day ever playing soccer competitively. My social skills were only good with adults, and couldn't really relate to anybody my age. Getting up at 6:15, I took pride being the first one in the dining hall every morning. With my overeager personality, I hid amongst the embrace of faculty members as they did at my old school, afraid of the negativity of others. I'd ever thought to reach out to other classmates and to continue friendships, rather live and die by the handbook, which always had a place on my desk. But yet again, it's how I did things at my old school. No one ever bothered to tell me that was kind of weird, or maybe you shouldn't have done that. I lived in a bubble of myself, believing not a thing that was wrong with what I was doing, which it wasn't. It was just outside the social norms, and so I continued that way here. But some who have taken notice and see me my 4 years here, the small child in the Salisbury Stories video has changed and developed. And after a reality check by another Salisbury student, I took a moment and realized the time I was wasting and the opportunities as well. Instead of continuing on with ignorance and keeping my eyes shut to what was going around me to avoid an activity, I took a risk, something I've never done before. Taking a risk and making myself vulnerable to everyone else was something that was very much uncharted territory for me, something I could never see myself doing some odd years ago. I made somewhat of an effort to branch out and trying to make friends. Coming from a background with no social skills and an adult perspective on life, this was a very hard task for me, and it wasn't easy. But the more inspiring part, at least for me, is that people took notice. Other students began to understand that I was making a solid effort, or trying to at least, to emerge from my shell. Other students and kids took time out of their day to take me under their wing and show me the ropes of life, so to speak, teaching me the do's and don'ts of the social order, a concept I've never understood or even thought about. People started telling me when I was making mistakes and pointing things out that I could do differently. And that's when it kind of clicked for me. That people began to care for my well-being and took pride in the success that they saw in me. Not only were there others taking pride in seeing my change, but pushing me across the board to try new things and figuring out who I was as an individual. And those individuals, and there's a lot of them, made a difference in my life. The people who took the time and effort to go out of their way and to help me mature from the small kid coming in to who I am now. But my success in developing over my time here was not all due to me. It was because other students and faculty knew what I was capable of achieving. What I want to address is what defines my personal change. I don't define it as a comparison between myself now versus me during my freshman year, as some of you may know. Rather, looking closer at the development, the growth, and the knowledge, and what I've learned along the way. I would never, and I don't, look back and discourage myself on who I was previously, and who that kid was in the Salisbury Stories video, but rather take pride in how I've matured and developed since then. So here I am now, with a bit more confidence, a tiny bit, not a lot, more athletic ability, not at all, not much, but a little bit more than when I started out with. So here are my thank yous. Thank you to the people that took me under your wing and watched me develop and mature. To the faculty that helped me along the way, continuing to never accept anything but my best. And to those who pushed me beyond what I thought I was capable of achieving. It's more gratifying than you could ever imagine. So if there's one thing I could leave with you today, it's to take a risk. Make yourself vulnerable, because if not, you're just missing opportunities. We also, or at least for me, I learned from those risks. If you want it, go for it. Take a risk. Don't always play it safe, or you'll die wandering. Thank you, and have a good day.